Yeah, so it's your man R. Lamar, one R, two L's. Y'all know how I do. Giving y'all some hip hop empowerment. So I'm out on the porch today where I do a lot of my blogs and just getting stuff off my chest. So I recently put up a post, like literally hours ago, that said, be willing to change everything in your life. And you know, I'm a huge hip hop fan, and one of my favorite shows I like to watch, it's not really a show, but it is a show, it's a sports show called Jalen and Jacoby. And you know, they do a lot of hip hop quotes, and it made me think of this. I just want, you know, people to have the courage and the willingness to get up one day, look in the mirror, and say, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Been wanting to say that on R. Lamar TV for a while, but that's a famous, it's not so famous song, but it's a song by Double X Posse. Shout out to my man Sugar Ray, and Jalen Rose always brings that back on Jalen and Jacoby. But it's one of my favorite songs. Like, it came out my freshman year in high school, and it's just, you're not gonna be able to do it. I want you to look in the mirror one day and say, look, I'm not gonna be able to do this no more. I'm not gonna be able to live mediocre. I'm not gonna be able to sell myself short. I'm not going to be able to act like I don't want my dreams. I'm not going to be able to do it. So be willing to change, like, everything in your life. It's a beautiful day out. It's April. It's springtime. We've had some cold air come back in. So it was really a shock to me after coming back from Cancun and it being so beautiful. I know y'all see this smile on my face every time I say Cancun, but I will be back, Cancun, Mexico. I promise you that. La papas fritas. Anyway, just like to say French fries a lot. So anyhow, back to you and back to changing your life. Just be willing to do that. Be willing to, like, not accept life as it is. Unless you're happy with it. Like, you might be totally happy with life as it is. You might be cool with you know, your body the way it is. You might be cool with the car that you drive. You might be cool with the job you work. You might be cool with the relationships you have. You might be cool with it, but you know, a lot of people have just accepted it, and I don't think life should be just something that you just accept. I think life is something that you put your will on, that you put your demands on, and you say, hey, this is the kind of life I want. I want to live this kind of life. I want to go these types of places. I want to have this kind of effect on people in the world. I want to be able to leave this for my children. I want to be able to say at the end of my life, you know, I did some meaningful things. I did some meaningful work. I did created some meaningful relationships. I affected the world. I didn't just have the world affect me. See, that's a big difference. Like, you can just kind of go through this life and just kind of play your part, or you can go through this life and impose your will on life, impose your will on society. Like, you know, there's people that came along in this world and decided that, hey, I want the world to remember me like this. I want the world to change because I did this. Like, do some meaningful work, and the most meaningful work you can do is to work on yourself. And the whole purpose of this video, the whole purpose of this particular video, is because if you are sitting somewhere and you've been thinking about doing something else with your life, you've been thinking about taking it to another level, whether it's your hip-hop music, whether it's your writing ability, whether it's your dancing ability, whether it's your poetry, whatever it is, whether you want to be a politician. Like, I don't want you to limit this just because it's hip-hop empowerment to think that, like, you just got to be some kind of entertainment. No, you could be a architect. Like, whatever it is you want to be and whatever level you want to be, don't play down. Stop playing yourself down. Pick yourself up, pick your mind up, and say, I'm going to get started on a new life right now. Tell yourself, tell your mind, tell the world, I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, no more. I've done this for X amount of years. I love the experiences, but it's time to go to a whole new level. And I believe you can do it. But here's the kicker though. You gotta be just willing to go through that whirlwind of discomfort, of like doing totally new things, recognizing the patterns that brought you where you were. Because that's the thing, like, you know, when I talk about health and I talk about your body and things, that is the product of your mindset. So, you know, I put up a before and after picture because, you know, last year I weighed 305 pounds. I'm right now currently 220 pounds. And actually I'm 218. So I'm trying to get up to 220. But back last year, that 305 pound picture was a result of a 305 pound mindset. That's what that was. And so for me to look at that and to look at myself now, I'm looking at two different mindsets. And I got to a point last year where I said, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And I opened myself up. I did a video about it. And y'all know the story. Lucretia McKinney hit me up. I started Live, Learn, Grow, and here I am, totally revolutionized health. Like, but the goal was to get to 250 pounds. I'm 30 pounds below that, and I feel better than I ever did in my life. And I'll know I'll never go back to that life, because I'll never go back to that thinking that produced that life. So it's your man, R. Lamar. This has been one of my longer ones of the year. We're getting close to the 7-minute mark. But I want you to tell yourself, tell the people around you, tell everybody, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Your new life is waiting on you. Holla at your boy, 1R2Ls. Peace and love. Love you, love hip hop. I hope this video hits somebody in the chest or right between the eyes, because I know you, whoever you are, I know you want to do incredible things, and you can start today. Holla.